Lawrence will miss a game for the first time in his NFL career Sunday when the Jaguars take on the Panthers. Lawrence has been ruled out with an AC sprain in his throwing shoulder. Lawrence has started 49 consecutive games since the Jaguars selected him number 1 overall in the 2021 NFL Draft, but missed practice this week with a right shoulder injury. The Steelers are sticking with Mason Rudolph at quarterback. Head coach Mike Tomlin confirmed Rudolph will get the start over Kenny Pickett. Rudolph led the Steelers to a victory last week over Cincinnati and will make his second straight start on Sunday. Speaking of the Bengals, Jamar Chase's status for Sunday is up in the air. Head coach Zach Taylor saying, "We'll see," when asked if Chase would play this weekend. The receiver is dealing with a shoulder injury and was limited in practice Friday. Chase is listed as questionable. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
You've heard the buzz about IT jobs in cybersecurity and AI, right? Why not prepare for a career in these fields and take advantage of the high demand? You could enjoy a more rewarding and recession-resistant lifestyle. Train in just a few short months at My Computer Career. No experience necessary. Already in IT? Skill up for positions employers need to fill. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy, free of contracts and more flexible to your data needs. This way, you stick around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Kxo Radio, a look back at the year that was. A year in your ear. 2023 will go down as a year that defied economic expectations as the Federal Reserve hiked interest rates and inflation retreated from its multi-decade highs. The much-feared recession never materialized.
That's not grounds for complacency. Although inflation has moderated recently, it remains too high.
Higher interest rates created casualties in the form of bank failures as Silicon Valley Bank and First Republic went under.
They kept rates down too long and they rose way too fast. So the market gets shocked.
Rates were not the culprit of the implosion of cryptocurrency exchange FTX.
It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
I don't think so.
Its founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, was found guilty of all 7 criminal counts against him. Meanwhile, back in the real economy,
sales of previously owned homes plunged to the lowest level since 2010.
Rising interest rates and low inventory kept the dream of a home out of reach for many Americans. 2023, the year the recession never came.
A soft landing is a primary objective. That's what we've been trying to achieve.
Perhaps the best gift of all this holiday season. Jill Schlesinger, CBS News.
A year in your ear.
From Kxo Radio.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight, and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And it is December 30th. It is the last Saturday of 2023. Birthdays today, December 30th birthdays. Actor Russ Tamblyn is 89. Singer Noel Paul Stokey, he's the Paul in Peter, Paul, and Mary. He's 86. And we have James Burrows. He's a director of Cheers and Taxi. He's 83 years old. We'll have local birthdays.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the CIF and the California State Athletic Directors Association.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Blaine Smith, Sal Ayala, Tyler Ruiz, Robert Silva, Jim Carroll, Terry Lacey, Karen Wyant, Manuel Gonzalez, Daniel Miramontes, Linda Chambers, Renee Guerrero, and Chris Chavarin. Happy birthday to each and every one. And we have a late entry, Jesse Linessis. Happy birthday to you too, buddy.
If you're traveling for pleasure or business, don't forget you can take us along. Log on our website, kxoradio.com. News, weather, information you can use, kxoradio.com.
And it is now time for the World in California News headlines, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. Gaza residents say Israeli tanks are moving south, targeting refugee camps where it says Hamas is operating. CBS's Ian Lee reports from near Gaza.
Israel continues to expand its war in Gaza. According to the UN, nearly 2 million Palestinians have now been displaced from the fighting.
More huge waves are expected in California after massive surf Thursday brought flooding and damage. Dan Roundtree lives in Ventura.
Washed down the street like it was a river that turned and went into our complex and flooded it completely. So we're all trying to recoup.
More than 120 people were rescued when the ice floe they were fishing on in northern Minnesota broke off. Nicole Biaggi is with the Department of Natural Resources.
It's really not uncommon in the sense that it does happen from year to year that people go out there and the ice breaks away and we have to rescue them.
CBS News Brief, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Massive waves continued to pound the coast in Southern California yesterday, with several beach closures and cleanup in Ventura, where a rogue wave injured several people. The next storm to hit Northern California has moved in. National Weather Service meteorologist Kate Forrest says more rain and snow arrived Friday afternoon for the Sacramento Valley and Sierra.
We can expect about 1 inch to 1.5 inches in the valley, with a little higher totals around 1.5 to 2 inches in the foothills for this system impacting us later tonight and into Saturday.
The Fresno County, California Sheriff's Office says a 14-year-old boy is in custody for the double homicide that left his parents dead and his younger sister seriously injured at a home Wednesday night.
The two victims of homicide have been identified as Liu Yang and Si Vang of Fresno. Both are 37 years old. They were husband and wife. Their 11-year-old daughter is the individual who suffered significant injuries.
Sheriff John Zanoni, Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
And the World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair or replacement, call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
And it is time for page one of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. County Public Health Department announced 2 flu-related deaths. The 2 individuals died from complications due to influenza. They said the individuals were a young adult and a middle-aged person. Both had underlying health conditions. The to protect patient confidentiality. No other information is being released on the victims. County Health Officer Dr. Stephen Monday says it is important to remember flu season is not over yet. He said it was not too late to get a flu shot. He said all persons 6 months of age and older should receive a flu shot now if they have not already received one. The health department says to date, during the 2023-2024 winter respiratory virus season, a total of 81 influenza-associated deaths have been reported in California. Of those, 62 have been identified among people 65 years of age and older. Statewide, influenza activity is reported at a moderate level. Off-roaders, be aware. Checkpoints are coming to the recreational sand dune areas. They will be set up this holiday weekend. This one underway. The Bureau of Land Management Law Enforcement Rangers will be conducting the checkpoints beginning today and continuing through Monday. The DUI and vehicle registration checkpoints will be operational from 12 noon through 2 p.m. each day. They will be set up on BLM-controlled lands in the Imperial Sand Dune Recreation Area. The Rangers will be looking for drug and alcohol impairment and proper registration and licensing. The checkpoints will be set up in areas of high record collision rates and DUI arrest activity. The public is asked to report impaired drivers by calling 911. We'll have more in just a minute.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
And a Mexicali man was arrested Thursday on a variety of charges, including rape. 32-year-old Enrique Harim Mota is accused of rape, sexual battery, kidnapping, false imprisonment, burglary, robbery, threatening a crime, and with the intent to terrorize, and several other charges. Kxo police say that Mota forced his way into his ex-girlfriend's home in the 1200 block of T. Borman Street Thursday morning and sexually assaulted her. Mota then crossed into Mexicali, but was detained by U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers when he crossed back into the United States shortly after 4 p.m. Mota was then arrested by Kxo police and booked into Imperial County Jail. His bail was set at $1 million. That's it. That's page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And page 2 of the local news, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday and happy hour at 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day. A man apparently assaulted his brother, and that led to his arrest on a variety of felony charges. Imperial County Sheriff's deputies responded to a report of a disturbance at a campsite near Interstate 8 and Holdridge Road. On arrival, deputies spoke with a man who told them that he had been assaulted by his brother. The victim was bleeding from his hand. The man's brother was contacted and, after a field interview, detained him before brandishing an axe and criminal threats. Deputies asked the detainee if he had any firearms, and the man denied that. Deputies conducted a safety sweep of the campsite and located 2 loaded firearms, a Glock 20 Gen 5 and a Sig Sauer P365 with 6 high-capacity magazines. Deputies also located some methamphetamine and a glass meth pipe. The man was arrested and charged with 11 felony counts, including possession of a large-capacity magazines, brandishing a weapon, criminal threat, and carrying a loaded firearm in public. He was booked into Imperial County Jail. An El Centro man was almost scammed out of $1,000. A man told El Centro police that he received a phone call from a man who claimed that he had kidnapped the man's 28-year-old daughter from her place of employment. The caller demanded that he be paid $1,000 to release the woman. Police went to the woman's workplace and found that she was safe. The man told officers that he had not sent the money. And that's a good thing. We'll take a look at your weather in just a minute.
At Burgers and Beer, Christmas is one of the most important times of the year for us. It's a time for us to stop and give thanks for our blessings and celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Let the spirit of love gently fill our hearts and homes. In this loveliest of seasons, may you find many reasons for happiness. Wishing you and your family health, happiness, peace, and prosperity this holiday season and in the coming new year. From your Burgers and Beer family.
The high temperature yesterday, 70 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 42. National Weather Service says high pressure will keep above normal temperatures across the region today before near to a below normal temperature settle into the region starting Sunday. The next in a series of several weather systems will move through the region late Monday with a chance of light rain briefly returning. A colder weather system should then impact the region next Thursday, bringing better chances for more precipitation widespread. This unsettled pattern will keep temperatures at or below normal all next week. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 71. West wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 45. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday, partly cloudy skies. Highs right near 65. West to southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows around 46. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. New Year's Day, Monday, 20% chance of showers after 10 a.m. Mostly cloudy skies. Highs right near 64. Northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. And right now we are looking at 44 degrees, 67% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality moderate in Calexico. Air quality is good for the rest of the region. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family or meet the friends at Burgers and Beer.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we are now ready for Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. In the NFL, we've got Saturday football in the NFL. That's this evening around 5 o'clock. It's going to be on the air at KXO AM 1230. The Lions and the Cowboys should be a good one. That's this evening. Everybody's looking to get into the playoffs. Cowboys and the Lions on KXO this evening. Sunday football, Sunday morning game, the Raiders and the Colts. That'll be heard on FM 107.5, the Raiders station for the Imperial Valley. Sunday night football, the Packers and the Vikings. That one will be on KXO AM 1230. There is no Monday night football this week. And college football, the bowl games are underway. Goodyear Cotton Road Classic. No, the Cotton Bowl Classic. It had the Missouri. Missouri defeated Ohio State 14-3. In the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, it was Notre Dame over Oregon State 40-8. And the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Okay, Clemson defeated Kentucky 38-35, and in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, it was Memphis over Iowa State 36-26. We'll have the basketball scores in just a minute.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And in the NBA, it was the Magic over the Knicks, 117-108. Wizards got by the Nets, 110-104. Kings defeated the Hawks, 117-110. Celtics over the Raptors, 120-118. Bucks got by the Cavaliers, 119-111. It was 76ers over the Rockets, 131-127. Thunder beat the Nuggets, 119-93. It was the Suns over the Hornets, 133-119. Trailblazers beat the Spurs, 134-128. And the Clippers beat the Grizzlies by a score of 117-106. In men's college basketball scoreboard, it was Purdue over Eastern Kentucky, 80-53. Arizona defeated California, 100-81. Kentucky got by Illinois State, 96-70. North Carolina defeated Charleston South, 105-60. Illinois defeated Fairleigh Dickinson, 104-71. San Diego State, this is the one I was waiting for. They beat Gonzaga, of all people, of all teams, 84-74, and that's congratulations to them. Colorado State defeated Adams State, 106-61. Clemson over Radford, 93-58. Texas defeated UNC Greensboro by a score of 72-37. In Major League Baseball, the Dodgers, if you remember, signed Yamamoto, the pitcher, a very good pitcher. He said his desire to win trumped of all other reasons in choosing his new team, including the fact that Shohei Ohtani had anyway. But I'm sure he's happy to have somebody he can talk to. Catapult says NCAA investigating unauthorized access. They deny any breaches on their part. Russell Wilson has said that in the days after he helped orchestrate the Denver Broncos' first win over Kansas City Chiefs since 2015, team officials approached him to adjust a salary guarantee in his contract, and if he didn't, he would be benched for the rest of the year. Coach Sean Payton announced Wednesday that Wilson lost his starting job in favor of Jarrett Stidham for Sunday's home game against the Los Angeles Chargers. Peyton Ellis has said that it was strictly a decision based on winning and to get a spark offensively. But Wilson said Friday Broncos approached him about waiving a guarantee in his 5-year, $242.6 million contract that he signed in 2022, that would give the veteran quarterback who already is guaranteed $39 million in 2024, whether he is on the team or not. Another $37 million is a 2025 salary guaranteed if he could not pass a physical on the 5th day of the new league year in March. So there you go. It's a big, long, drawn-out thing, and the Chargers are very happy for it. The Colts, Drew Ogletree, he has been arrested on domestic violence allegations. He was taken to jail. Right-hander Lucas Giolito and the Boston Red Sox, they are in agreement on a 2-year, $38.5 million contract, according to sources, looking up in the innings eating veteran as the starting pitching market begins to move through free agency. Snelling, I'm waiting to see where Snelling goes. Gale DeFerran, Indianapolis 500 winner in 2003. He has died at the age of 56, a sudden illness. Said he was practicing racing and felt ill. They took him to the hospital and he passed away. No reason or no other details have been released other than it's a sad situation. Dominic Thiem advances after a brush with a deadly snake in Brisbane. The security personnel quickly arrived, but the umpire had to stop play as the snake slithered onto the court to the shock of the players and the fans. Thiem said that he really loves animals, especially exotic ones, but they said it was a really poisonous snake and it was close to the ball kids, so it was a really dangerous situation in time to get out of the way. And they did. They got out of the way. That's it. That's a look at sports brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Tuning into the baseball game, monitoring the incoming storm, catching your favorite talk show. These are just a few of the reasons more than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio each month. And did you know AM radio is the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times? It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we are now ready for the financial news and weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. The last trading day of 2023 closed out with a sigh as Wall Street took a breath of after a muscular year-end rally pushed stocks close to record highs. S&P 500 ticked away from its all-time closing high of 4,796.56. Benchmark average decreased about 0.2% on a Friday, but managed to keep up a 9-week win streak. Meanwhile, the Dow Jones Industrial Average slipped just under the flat line, while the tech-heavy NASDAQ composite shed almost 0.6%. The Dow rose 13% for the year, and the S&P enjoyed gains of 24%, and the NASDAQ swelled more than 40% in 2023. So it turned out to be a decent year. We'll take a look at your weather in just a minute.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The high temperature yesterday, 70 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 42. National Weather Service says high pressure will keep above normal temperatures across the region today before near to a below normal temperature settle into the region starting Sunday. The next in a series of several weather systems will move through the region late Monday with a chance of light rain briefly returning. A colder weather system should then impact the region next Thursday, bringing better chances for more precipitation widespread. This unsettled pattern will keep temperatures at or below normal all next week. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 71. West wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 45. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday, partly cloudy skies. Highs right near 65. West to southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows around 46. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. New Year's Day, Monday, 20% chance of showers after 10 a.m. Mostly cloudy skies, highs right near 64. Northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. And right now we're looking at 44 degrees, 67% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says there has been no change in the air quality. Moderate air quality in Kxo. Good air quality for the rest of the region. Financial news and weather brought to you this morning by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Highel in El Centro.
KXO Radio, a look back at the year that was. A year in your ear.
Let's give public school teachers a raise. A State of the Union call from President Biden came.
Portland, Oregon are closed today because of a teacher strike.
Day 4 of the teacher strike in Oakland, California.
Labor disputes as battles played out in more public schools over curriculum.
We are ranked number 1 for parental involvement in education.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis made parental involvement at school a Republican presidential campaign issue. Book bans made headlines too.
The book Genderqueer was in our school libraries. Had Moms for Liberty not brought that book to your attention, it might still be there.
I think it's possible for an adult to say, I don't want my kid reading that book in class, but to forbid the other kids, that's suppression and authoritarianism.
ACT scores for high schoolers heading to college hit 30-year lows.
I think a lot of this has to do with learning loss during COVID.
More school districts went to 4-day weeks.
The number of teacher applications that we've received have gone up more than fourfold.
Steve Kathan, CBS News.
A year in your ear.
From KXO Radio.
And we're coming up on 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, we got CBS News at the top of the hour. 6 minutes of news and information coming up.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Stacey Lynn. It is almost time to say goodbye to 2023 and hello to a new year. And many will be doing just that in New York, watching the token ball drop. CBS's Michelle Miller reports.
An estimated 1 million people will pack New York City's Times Square to ring in the new year. The city's ready to play host to one of the world's largest parties. But law enforcement is warning of a heightened threat of violence, from potential protests to the possibility of lone wolf attacks. The NYPD and U.S. intelligence agencies are stepping up security.
There will be a big perimeter set up that stretches about a mile around Times Square. So will the weather cooperate for your New Year celebrations? Weather Channel meteorologist Reynolds Wolf.
Pretty mild conditions for your New Year's Eve. Out to the west, we've got the cloud cover. And for New York City, surprisingly, mild conditions can be expected.
Just hours after Russia hit Ukraine with the biggest attack since the war began, BBC correspondent Nikki Schiller tells us.
Authorities in Western Russia say they've come under a sustained air attack. One person is reported to have been killed in the border city of Belgorod, with the water system there said to have been damaged.
And Russia says the Ukrainian strike will not go unpunished. Israeli ground forces are hitting a southern Gaza city where it says Hamas is operating. The BBC's Yolande Nell is in Jerusalem.
It's the hometown of Yahya Sinwar, who is the Hamas leader in Gaza, and it's thought that he and other senior Hamas officials may well still be hiding out there.
It's usually colder this time of year in Minnesota, and the warmer than usual temps mean thinner ice. Over 100 people in a fishing boat became stranded on a lake when a big chunk of ice broke free from the shore. WCCO TV's Erin Hassanzadeh.
The rescue took a scary turn for one family. Tony fell in.
Yeah, I did.
So then my dad jumped in after him to try to save him. And everybody there, they all just worked together to try to get Tony and my dad out of the water.
Well, maybe your New Year's resolution is to cut out the bread and the fries, all the good stuff. CBS's Michael George tells us.
A low-carb diet can succeed or fail based on the quality of the food you eat. That's the findings of a new study published in JAMA Network Open. Researchers in Boston found low-carb dieters who ate more plant-based protein and healthy fats had much more success staving off weight gain than those who ate animal-based protein and fat.
But you do need to exercise either way. And this week, if you've been struggling to do so, you're not alone. A new survey shows the week between Christmas and New Year's is the very least productive week of the entire year. This is CBS News.
You don't need a job platform, you need a hiring partner. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
Pluto TV is your home for the holidays. Enjoy Christmas classics like Scrooged with Bill Murray or Last Holiday with Queen Latifah, all for free. Download the Pluto TV app on all your favorite devices. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Don't let a cold, sinus infections, or allergies ruin your holidays. Add Navage to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com.
This is Jeff Scott. Did you know there's a way to outsmart COVID if you get it? Now there are medicines that can treat COVID whether or not you've been vaccinated, which is great news, especially if you're over 50. If taken in the first 5 days of having symptoms, COVID medicines can help stop the illness from getting serious. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to learn more about COVID medicines. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
So how much do your ratings really mean?
Seem to be depending more and more on star ratings when we search for a great hotel or resort. But sometimes those ratings are essentially meaningless. If you book a ride with Uber, you're always texted at the end of your trip asking you to rate the driver. But what you may not know is that the driver also has an opportunity to rate you. And if you get too many bad reviews, your waiting time to get your next Uber might be a lot longer than you expected. More and more Uber passengers are just giving every driver 5 stars. Peter Greenberg, travel editor, CBS News.
So do you express yourself with emojis? Sometimes we experience things we just can't explain with words, or other times we're just lazy and it's easier to just use an emoji instead. So many of us do. And according to the reference site Emojipedia, the emoji that was most popular this year was the tears of joy or crying with laughter face emoji. Second most used, the rolling on the floor laughing face, followed by the simple red heart. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This year, wouldn't you like to stop feeling self-conscious about your receding hairline or thinning hair? Millions of men and women around the world trust Hair Grow from New Nordic as an effective way to get thicker-looking hair. Hair Grow is backed by an exclusive U.S. patent and is clinically proven to promote more hair growth. Ask for Hair Grow at your local Walgreens or shop online at Amazon.com or NewNordicUSA.com. That's new, NORDIC USA.com. Amazon, or ask for Hair Grow at your local Walgreens.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me lay on you a so-so entertainer
with George Gale.
Not much of a humanitarian, and this cat was never nobody's friend. You can applaud if you wanna.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230